Why is it important to get multiple passports and residencies? It's for protection.
Another thing we're really big on is we help people get multiple passports and multiple residencies and multiple bank accounts, because I believe if you're watching this and you have any kind of money at all, your number one priority as the world reopens should be getting as many passports and residencies as possible.
As the world reopens, this video, it's much older, as you can imagine. It's from the 2020, around that time of the lockdown. And the question is, between then and today, how many new passports, new citizenships, new residencies did you add to your portfolio? Ask yourself that question, let it sink in. If the answer is, I have the same amount of passports and residencies, the question is, what did you learn from that experience? How naive you are. Like, if you are a man, and this is serious, if you are a man and you have the same amount of passports, what does your woman, your wife, your future mother of your children, your future children, your current children, what do they think of you? What will they think if you're like, oh yeah, that happened and I did nothing. Just spent 4 years just doing my thing, making some money. That's it. Why don't we stop and think and get protected? If that's a warning and something worse can come, why not protecting yourself during this time?
Because slavery is absolutely coming to the world. And if you're stuck under the control of one government, you're going to be fucked. The reason I've managed to go to 16 or 17 countries during lockdowns is because I have 7 passports, and always one of them was accepted.
7 passports, the world is open. Even with 3, your world is visa-free, pretty much.
And I think now Corona has proven to all of us that the government has no problem locking you in your house for basically no reason and restricting your movement. And what you need to do is you can no longer live off-grid. That's impossible in the modern world. You need to live on as many grids.
What you're going to do, you are a monk, you're going to get in a mountain and just like pray and breathe there and sun gazing, and you need multiple grids.
It's just, I don't see why people are so comfortable to live with absolutely zero contingencies. It's ostrich, it's head in the sand.
Ostrich head on the sand. It's like closing your eyes like this, like you're a kid, and be like, oh, nobody can see me. Wake up. Maybe this video is the wake-up call, but how are you preparing for the worst case scenario? This is like chess. I play chess since I'm a kid. Since 5 years old, I'm playing chess. And this is what I learned. You want to have protections over different movements that the opponent can do. When you're fighting, I also fight, you want to be protected. If the punch comes from here, if the punch from, you always want to be out of the line. The same, that's why I'm getting multiple passports, I'm getting multiple residencies. And I talk from this position of authority because I have more than 40 bank accounts in 12 different countries and 8 residencies and multiple passports and driving licenses that I can use like anytime. Inside this, I have documents that I collected since 2018. That's the protection that you get. But don't put the head in the sand. Just be like, hey, if I just have 1 passport and 1 residency and a couple bank accounts in the same country, even if you have multiple bank accounts because you are more advanced, congratulations, you took some steps. You're watching this video because you want to get to the next level. Great. Then work with somebody that already has achieved that level. Maybe it's me, maybe it's somebody else that you follow on YouTube. But follow people that already have the asset that you want to get, and then boom, get it as well. Add it to your portfolio.
It'll be fine. And I think the last few years in Western countries, America wasn't even the worst. You look at Canada, Australia, New Zealand, etc.
Look at the Netherlands. Look at the UK with this taxation that they try to replicate the United States. Or if you want, maybe it's not worldwide taxation yet, but it's starting with exit tax. So even if you haven't realized capital gains or profits in your company and you want to leave and you didn't sell, they were like, oh yeah, but your company is valued at $5 million. Then you need to pay tax on this and then you can leave the country. Crazy. If you're in the Netherlands, check it out.
If they've not woken you up to the tyranny which can be enforced upon you at random for...
Correct, and it can be enforced upon you anytime. Like you have zero decision on whether they put a new tax bill or new change in the legislation. You have nothing to do in there. Nothing. So you'd rather have all the setup, so moving is a matter of 1 plane ticket and boom, you're gone. Boom, your family is safe. Boom, your family is tax-free. Rather than,
the Netherlands is putting this tax. What am I going to do? Let me get a new passport.
5 years.
Let me get a new residency.
3-4 months. Damn it. And restructuring everything when you don't have the LLC and the bank account and the multiple bank accounts actually. The residencies, the passports, like doing everything at once, fast, with urgency, with pressure, you're going to be screwed. Because it's already challenging overcoming the hurdles of getting new residencies, all of these, when you don't have any pressure, when it's your own preparation for possible future contingencies. Then imagine when you are in a rush. Like tell now people from Ukraine and Russia, after the war, happen that they have nothing to do with it. Like they just found themselves in that situation, but they did not choose, oh yeah, I'm going to start a war. And then one day it was too late. Getting a new residency, if you were a holder of these passports, was more difficult or more expensive. So if they had done it 1 year earlier, when there was no all this chaos, boom, then changing it's boom, like that.
And you don't think you need to do anything at all to prepare for a repeat of that. To me, that is ignorant.
That's ignorant, and it's like Jordan Peterson says, you are like a rabbit. A man is not honorable or peaceful if they don't have any power and they don't enforce any power or attack anybody. I mean, that's being a rabbit. What's honorable, it's having the power to destroy somebody or to do whatever you want, defend yourself, attack and not do it. Being dangerous and controlling that energy. That's the honorable man. But it's like being a lion and saying, no, I'm not going to fight. No, I'm not going to. But not being a rabbit and saying, oh, I'm not harming anybody. Who are you going to harm? You're a fucking rabbit. That's the idea of the passport. You'd rather have all of this set up and be able to move money around like this and help maybe your friend. Maybe it's not for you. Your friend needs to move money out of some country and you can employ him because you have a company that it's tax-free and you have this IP sending the money here. Pop, 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 pop. You can help your people move, reduce taxes because they are paying you, so they reduce the profits in their company and then you cash it out because you are optimized tax-free in your country. So think about all the possibilities. It's not just for you, it's for people in your circle. Or even maybe you make it a service and you make a percentage of it. Whatever you want, but having this set up that other people don't have, they will pay you because you have something they don't. And you can move at a speed. Like at first class, we do these things like Godspeed, like minutes. What do you need? This money from here to this country? No problem. Send it, done. 3 messages on Telegram, done. It takes time to build the setup, but once it's done, then it's Godspeed.
Like, are you trying to get citizenships, residencies, passports, collecting, like, just in case?
The multiple passport front, the multiple residency front, like it doesn't mean anything if I get pulled over in Miami or if I get pulled over in London, but there are certain countries where a certain amount of money does buy you diplomatic immunity. Yeah, I think if you have the money, you can buy a St. Kitts passport for 150K. You can buy, there's ones that are more difficult, for example.
It's already more expensive than 150K, so that's another thing. These setups, creating them over time, it's going to get more difficult and more expensive. Some windows of opportunity will close. You wanted Montenegro, you can't anymore. It's gone. It's gone.
Maltese
so seize
ones,
it while you can.
You're gonna need $1 million plus. But
yeah, $1 million plus, but you don't need to get Malta. We have better strategies in this channel. Just check the other videos and you're gonna know how.
You get to a certain amount of money, we're like, oh, I don't know,
It's your freedom. You're buying freedom.
Yeah, and plus it's just fun.
You're buying freedom. It's fun, it's true, but if you can choose where to put this money in a supercar or watches or first-in passport, like I'm surprised the amount of people that have multiple luxury watches and the supercars, and then you ask, how many passports you have? 1. How much you pay in taxes? 30%. Bro, how do you normalize that? How do you normalize that thing?
It's fun, like, you know, like it's fun anytime you go anywhere. The fact that you can have multiple passports, and within those multiple passports you have multiple residencies. And
true, it happened like in borders. I enter with one passport and they say, oh, this is not possible, you needed to request a visa. No problem. I pull my second one, and you know, you can have multiple options. Be like, oh yeah, this passport is visa free. Yeah, welcome to the country, sir. Boom, done, solved. You know, imagine having to go to another room and apply for the visa and wait for the visa to arrive. Fuck that. Speed.
You can chop and change, and there's so many different avenues and sectors you can go.
Can you talk about maybe the first one you got?
I'd rather not talk about the specific ones, but...
And that's smart. That's smart. That's the same. People say, oh, but tell us what passports do you have? What am I gaining by telling people publicly on a YouTube video what passports I have? I disclose some of the residencies because these are the same ones that then I offer to the clients. But there are passports that I would share with somebody on a meetup, in person, offline. Come offline, I will show you all my passports. No problem. Like I can show it there. But I will not say it publicly, and I think that's something you should always remain private as well. Like the same way that I don't see the purpose of putting the face of my children online. Why would you disclose something private like that? So I think Iman here is really smart by keeping it private.
The point is, I can list off some countries. For example, St. Kitts is a very, very good one to have, which I may or may not have.
Smart.
Middle class has been decimated. The rich are completely fine. During Bearbug, I traveled to 17 countries. One, I have 4 passports. And that's what the war
In one video, he says 4 passports, the other 7, so maybe he acquired 3 more.
room's all about. We teach you how to make money, then we teach you how to get multiple citizenships. Because you can
get multiple citizenship. So smart.
no longer trust a single government with control over your life. If you do that, you're being an amateur.
Totally. The professional has multiple options. Again, do you want to be a rabbit or you want to be a lion? Do you want to be the prey or you want to be the hunter? You want to be the person who's like trapped And the family looks at the person and be like,
Oh, sorry, I didn't plan this before, and be like,
or you want to be the one like, I got you, I have the solution. The private jet, the multiple passports, get here, we have the crypto, we can just go to that country and then meet somebody who already has the money in cash, give crypto to cash. Like if you have crypto in a wallet, you can travel. They say, oh, maximum $10,000 you can put on the plane. Yeah, sure, but what if I keep with me a crypto wallet, or not even that, you keep the seed phrase, the words here in your mind. And then you arrive to a new country, you get a wallet, you get access to the blockchain, and boom, you access your assets, your crypto access, blockchain, Web3 in an instant. And then you turn that into whatever fiat currency you want, any currency in the world, right away. That's smart. But to do that, you need to be protected. You need to learn. You need to, for example, read the Bitcoin Standard, a book that I recommended many times. It's amazing. It opens your mind to the world of crypto and the opportunities, the possibilities that it has. So, welcome to this rabbit hole. I am Miquel Gironès, and I created all of this for myself. So that's why I have the authority to talk about this with you. And if you want to learn more about this, just check the videos on this channel. It's free. It's available to you. If you want to build this for yourself, then reach out to us and chat about this and how we can set it up for you. If you want to reach out, do so. If you want another video, we're gonna put it over here. The next one on how to be more protected. This one, watch it now.